Hey there, sweetheart. How you doing? Ooh, you're breaking the rules. You're up on a school night.
Don't be mad. I couldn't sleep.
What, you got a boogeyman under the bed?
How'd it go? Did you have fun?
Tons.
Details, Daddy. I want details.
Okay, we had, let's see, a Caesar salad, chicken Kiev, and a triple rich chocolate cake.
That's not what I mean. You know that's not what I mean, Daddy.
You want the pertinent poop, don't you? Well, Janet and I had a lovely, lovely time. That's the report there, Lois Lane. That's the report.
Did I by any chance leave? Oh, here it is.
Say, Maid Trev, this was just delivered to the desk.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, I guess you're probably wondering what I'm doing here. Your father's taking a deposition in Center City, and Amanda's playing with Carly down the street. I thought now might be a good time for us to settle a few things like reasonable people. Or alone. You can say whatever it is you want to say to me. You know, I used to think that silence was a way to handle things until I realized that it just contributes to the problem. You got to stay in the room and talk until the situation's solved, or it just goes on and on forever. Do you think we could do that? Talk like two adults? Come on, Tim. Will you give it a try?
I said everything I had to say to you in that note. And if my father wants to transfer over my mom's memory, then I guess he can, because I can't do anything about it. But I don't have to join in. Somebody's got to remember my mom.
I understand why you feel the way you do.
Well, then why don't you leave Pine Valley and never come back, okay? Why don't you protect Amanda? Don't you come near me.
I won't. I promise. For the rest of my life, Tim, I will never be able to forgive myself for what I did to your mother. Natalie was one of the most wonderful women that ever walked the planet. You have every right to honor her memory, to love her the way you do. And you should never feel defensive about it and never, ever apologize for it.
I don't need you to tell me that, okay?
And I'm not trying to take Natalie's place in your life.
You couldn't.
I know that.
Well, then why did you try it with my dad, huh?
You think because I'm around he's going to forget about your mother? You think he could ever stop caring about Natalie? He's going to carry her around in his heart for the rest of his life. But Natalie's gone. Laurel's gone. And your father shouldn't have to survive just on memories. He needs someone to be with day in and day out. Amanda needs a mother day in and day out. And by some miracle, your father has discovered that he cares about me. And I care about him, and I care about Amanda, and I care about you too. I know that probably sounds like the weirdest thing that could possibly happen. But there it is. We didn't plan it. We weren't trying to hurt you. It just happened.
Right. It just happened.
Yeah, it did.
Well, that's bull, okay? That is definitely bull. Because those are just words, and words really don't matter now, do they? What you did is what matters.
I never intended to hurt this family.
More words. You wrecked us, and you wrecked my life. Now, you better stay away from my dad. I mean it. Or else Amanda's gonna find out how much of a murderer you are.
Tim, I did what I did. I admit it. But I paid for it. I pay for it every day.
Good. You should. You deserve it.
I have changed. I've gone through therapy. Don't you think people can change?
Yeah, words, yada, yada, yada. Go ahead.
They can change. They can change, Tim.
You think that makes a damn bit of a difference to me?
I think it makes a difference if people show remorse, if they're sorry for the mistakes they made like I am. And what might be even more important is if other people are willing to forgive them. I'd hate to live in a world where there's no second chances, no hope. Haven't you ever made a mistake, Tim?
We're not talking about me.
We're talking about everybody. We're talking about everybody that walks around in this world. We've all made mistakes. We've all done things we've regretted. And what if your father, what if he wouldn't forgive you for something you did? How would that make you feel? Has it happened to you?
No.
I think I understand you better than you could imagine.
You just don't get it, do you? You don't belong here. This is my house and this is my family. It's not like you made some little mistake, okay? You kidnapped my mom and you tried to kill her. You wanted her to die. She was my mother.
And my sister. Natalie was my sister. And I'm your aunt. We share the same blood, whether you like it or not. We are family.
You make me sick. I'd have my blood removed if I could. I don't want your blood in me.
You can't change what is.
Well, I don't have to let it. And it's never going to be okay, see? Because you're a freaking disaster and I don't have to accept you. Ever. I'll do anything in my power to make sure you and my dad never get together.
Tim, you shouldn't talk to her like that.
You don't know what's going on here, okay?
Laura, it's all right. I'm gonna go pick up Amanda.
Tim, hey, look, you've got to chill out. I mean, you're right. I don't know what's going on, but whatever is going on, what you were doing to Janet just now is way cruel.
Nobody asked you to butt in, okay?
Look, okay, I'm sorry. Look, you're a good guy. I know that, but no matter what tough breaks you've had, you don't have a right to treat people like you were treating Janet.
You are like the last person in the world who should be giving anybody advice, okay?
What?
Why would I listen to some tart who's got all the guys in Pine Valley drooling all over her?
Why would you say that?
The pictures?
What pictures? Tell me.
I really thought you knew.
You found this on the internet?
Hey, look, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rough on you or anything, but you don't always have the answers. I mean, Janet's your friend, but, you know, she's really bad news.
How did you find this?
Well, come on, there's sites on the net. Anybody can find them.
You mean anybody can see this filth?
Yeah, as long as you know how to sign on and know where to look.
We have to erase it. I mean, we have to take it off there.
Come on, you can't erase a website.
We have to get it off, Tim.
We can't unless we know who posted it. And as far as I know, that's an anonymous posting. Look, I'm not sure how, but I guess I can make a few calls and try and find out who posted it. Laura.
What you doing?
Hey. How was your play date with Carly?
Fun. I got a tattoo on my arm.
You better not let Dad see that.
Don't worry, it washes off.
Oh, where's Laura? Is she late?
Something came up. She had to go.
Really? Is everything all right?
Everything's fine. I'm here.
But we were supposed to make butterscotch cashew brownies. And Dad even got all the right stuff this time.
Oh, I can help you.
You can't bake. But Mommy can. Whoopee.
Sweetheart, I don't know. Maybe your brother wants to bake with you. Do you?
He hates to bake. Please say yes, please.
All right. But just until the brownies are done. Is that okay, Tim?
Yay! I'll go preheat the oven.
Okay.
Mommy, aren't you coming?
I'll be right there.
brownies will be ready in 5 minutes. What are you doing?
Amanda, you remember Mom, don't you?
Natalie was your mom. Jen's my real mother.
You know, she was your mom, too, though. She brought you home from the hospital. She took care of you when you were a little baby. She loved you just like you were her own.
I know.
Look, you take this. This is for your room, okay? Hey, and look here. This is you when you were a little baby. Mom and Dad were holding you. And look at your little feet, huh? And there's me and you and Mom with Santa Claus.
Look how big your head was.
And look at that one. I almost forgot. It's me with my tricycle when it was blue. And I used to ride that one, too.
Mine was red.
We repainted it. Look at Mom, though. Wasn't she beautiful?
Hi. Working late?
Oh, no, it's just wool gathering disguised as work.
Am I interrupting?
No, please sit down.
Well, I think I can see why your eyes are glazed over. All these henceforths and heretofores. How do you keep it all straight?
Frankly, I don't always. You know, there's some things in this life that just defy logic.
Well, someone's feeling philosophical this evening. Thanks.
No, it's just brain strain combined with sleep deprivation. Speaking of which, is Trevor cutting into your beauty sleep? Oh, good, Belinda. Open mouth, insert foot, great.
It's okay.
No, please, it was tacky of me to assume just because you two were dating that you two were...
Really, I'm not offended. It's
well,
good to...
speaking of the devil.
Evening, ladies.
Evening, Trevor.
Hi.
I knew you'd be hot to get your hands on this Mercer deposition. The team said you were hanging shingle out over here.
Oh, yes, a lawyer who delivers. I am impressed.
No, I just happened to be in the neighborhood.
You mind if I go over this really quickly?
No, go ahead. I think Janet and I can amuse ourselves. So, how's it going?
Okay.
Good. I got a really great restaurant picked out for Saturday night. Mexican. Roast, poblano, peppers that would curl your toes.
I'm afraid I can't make it Saturday.
What about huevos rancheros brunch Sunday?
That's no good either.
Fine, I'll shift a couple of things early next week. No problem.
Trevor, I'm sorry. Actually, I don't know when I'll be available.
Excuse me a minute. I just need to make a phone call.
You want to tell me what's going on?
I beg your pardon?
Why are you giving me the bum's rush? Come on, we're too big for this playground. Just give it to me straight. Why no date?
I guess we owe each other honesty.
Yeah, so pay up.
I think that you and I should put our relationship on hold for now.
Why? Do you have any second thoughts?
Not about you. About Tim. About his reaction to our seeing one
Look,
another.
this whole thing with Tim, I told you we're going to work it out. Tim does not run my social life.
I don't want to come between you and your son.
That's impossible. Tim and I are perma-bonded.
Yeah, well, you may want to refasten that bond. Tim's going through a rough patch, and I think he needs his father's full attention.
There's plenty of me to go around.
You just don't want to spread yourself too thin where your kids are concerned.
I'm a better dad when I'm happy, and I'm happy when I'm with you.
I'm flattered.
You're flattered. Well, don't dump me on account of Tim.
It's not just Tim. I'm on overload these days. I'm trying to juggle these 2 jobs, and I need some time.
You're not telling me what's going on here. There's something fishy, and you're not telling me the truth.
I just need some time for myself right now.
I just remembered I have another phone call to make.
No. Don't be going nowhere. I'm sure Ms. Green can find some time in her schedule for you.
Trevor, don't be mad.
I'm not mad. Do I look mad?
I wouldn't do this if I didn't think it were absolutely necessary.
Says you. Not me. Good night.
Janet, what?
in heaven's name is going on here? Why are you shutting Trevor out of your life?
Because I have no choice. Tim had this intense allergic reaction when he found out Trevor and I were dating.
Well, that's no surprise.
He knows my past by heart. Trevor never let him forget it.
Well, there's a touch of irony for you.
And Trevor hated me so much he didn't care who knew. So now Tim feels that his father is dating this wicked witch that threw his mother down a well. And he feels betrayed. I don't blame him.
Well, Tim's whole reality has shifted, you know? He's angry. He's confused.
And you understand why I had to cut things off with Trevor.
Okay, is this going to be forever until Tim lets off of his guilty button? Look, Tim is entitled to his feelings, yes. But so are you and Trevor. And he can't expect his father to hold on to some grudge that his father's outgrown. It's not fair, Janet.
It doesn't matter what's fair. It's not negotiable. There's nothing I can do. Tim is a force to be reckoned with.
Tim is a 16-year-old boy.
A 16-year-old boy who's determined to keep me away from his father.
Well, you can't give him that power.
I don't see that I have much choice. You don't understand. Tim wants the Dillon household 100% Janet-proofed. If I so much as look at Trevor cross-eyed, Tim has threatened to read my whole rap sheet to Amanda.
Well, so what? I mean, Amanda knows what you did to Natalie.
Amanda doesn't know that I took a crowbar and killed Will Cooney in cold blood.
Hey, Tim. Old man's home from wars.
Hi.
Man asleep?
Mm-hmm.
Get dinner? Tomato, bread, and cheese. 3 of the 5 basic food groups. You take a little break, maybe we could have a little talk?
So?
So?
What do you want to talk about?
Well, I don't know. I just thought maybe we'd get a little dialogue going. We're pretty good at that.
Things have changed, Dan.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Like everything?
Well, why don't we run with that, huh? Tim, I know this one-on-one, man-to-man stuff is hard to do sometimes. I would have rather gargle with glass than talk to my old man sometimes.
Look, I had a rough practice. I want to take a shower.
Hey, Tim, don't do this, huh?
I don't want to talk about Janet, okay?
Hey, what's that? Let me see that, will you? Your mom was a beautiful woman.
Yeah. If she's so beautiful, how come there's no pictures of her around, huh? How come you keep that upstairs in the back of the closet?
Tim, when you lose somebody that's close to you.
I'm going to bed.
No, you're not. You ask me the question, you're going to hear the answer.
The legal term for what Tim is doing is blackmail. You got to tell Trevor right away.
I think the situation requires special handling. You gotta realize, Tim's been dealt a double dose of how unfair life can be. He's lost 2 mothers. And at least Amanda has me. I've got to make Tim understand I have room in my heart for both he and Amanda. I think I have to at least try. You know, for Natalie's sake. Tim was the light of her life. I have to make him realize that I'm not trying to take his mother's place.
Janet, you got your work cut out for you. I mean, from what I see, Tim is calling all the shots, and you make one false move, and Amanda's little world comes crashing down around her.
I know that. But Trevor and I don't stand a chance if Tim hates my guts. I have to find a way to get through to him. I have to.
Tim, I could never forget her. I see her in you. She's staring at me right now while we're talking.
This is a waste.
Tim, let's not run out on our feelings here.
Like you should talk. The one who pretends like Mom never existed.
What do you want me to do? You want me to wear black all the time? You want me to lie in the dark here looking at her picture? Is that what you want? Tim, we're all different. We all deal with our grief in different ways. And when Natalie died, it was like somebody turned out the lights. And it was like crawling around in the dark looking for a switch to get the old juice back on. And there it was, right in front of me all the time. You kids. You and Amanda. You needed your dad. You didn't need some old burned out wreck.
So it's my fault you forgot Mom?
I haven't forgotten your mom. I carry her picture with me all the time, Tim. She's right here in my heart. Look. Tim, the truth is, Natalie's gone, and I got to deal with that, and I got to get on with my life in my own way. We all got to do that. And in my mind, the best way to do that, I mean, you either got a choice. You either live in your memories, or you start over again. And I think your mom would have wanted us to do that, all of us. Does that make sense?
Fine. You deal with it your way, and I'll deal with it mine. Can I go now?
Yeah, sure. Hey, Tim.
Hey.
I thought you had football practice.
That was canceled. Coach was sick.
Oh. So, what do you think?
What?
Well, take a look. You say I never listen to what you say.
A picture of Mom, so?
So, I mean, that's what you wanted. You told me you wanted a picture of your mom down here, so I put out a picture of Natalie.
Oh, I get it. I guess you figured you could score some brownie points, right?
Oh, come on, that's not what this is about at all.
Well, then why now, huh?
Because I didn't realize how important it was to you, Tim.
Well, just because you've forgotten about her doesn't mean I have.
I haven't forgotten about her, Tim. Every time I look at you, she's looking at me.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. It must be a real bummer having me around as a reminder.
Tim. Look, I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. Like I said before, I didn't realize how important it was to you. And I admit, I've just been thinking about myself here.
Well, what else is new?
Tim, I'm trying to make it up to you somehow. You got to meet me halfway here.
Well, no. Not as long as Janet Green keeps coming around.
Yeah, well, stay cool. It's probably her, Tim. Huh? Hi.
Amanda ready for our lunch date? Hi, Tim. I thought you were going to be at football practice.
Dylan here.
Trevor, it's Brooke. I need your help.
What's wrong? What's
It's Laura. She's gone.
What? Where?
I don't know where she's gone. She's run away.
What?
Jim and I were driving all last night. We were looking for her, and nobody has seen her.
Brooke, she just got that job. She just had that thing in the paper. Why would Laura run away?
Laura's run away?
We think she left because of some pictures on the internet.
Pictures? What pictures?
Pornography. I'm sure that they were something that happened when she was living in New York.
Laura's involved in pornography?
Not willingly, I'm sure. I'm sure some creep forced her to do it. It's just that it would explain so much because she's behaved so strangely ever since she and Scott came back from New York. And
Brooke, why would Laura run away just on account of a couple of sleazy pictures?
I had the surprise party for her last night because of the article in the paper and everything, and she didn't seem very happy about it. And then I was walking some people out. They were leaving the party, and she slipped out. But she left a note.
A note. That's a good sign. That
No,
she
it
left a note.
didn't pan out because she said that somebody called from the youth center that needed her help, and her boss said that nobody there has seen her or heard from her.
Maybe Scott. Maybe ask Scott.
Scott is here. He's here. She left him a note, too.
What about
She
Pierce's
broke
cabin?
up with him. What?
Pierce's cabin?
We went there. She's not there. And then this morning, I got this phone call from this anonymous pervert who told me to check out this site, this website. And when I did, there were these horrible pictures. Trevor, I don't know what to do next.
Look, talk to her friends. Any friends she has in school or at work, they might have some idea as to where she went. Have you done that?
No, I haven't.
Well, talk to them. They might know where she goes when she's upset. Maybe she goes to the beach or the ocean.
No, look, the only place I could think of was the cabin at Willow Lake.
When she left, did she take any of her personal belongings, any clothes?
Not that I'm aware of. She took her purse.
Money. Then she's got money. That's a good sign. Okay, first, you got to talk to her friends, see what they can tell you. They must know something about where she went. Brooke, you're going to find her. Don't worry about it. And call me as soon as you have any news.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Trevor.
Yeah.
So what happened to Laura?
You don't want to know. Some X-rated pictures of her showed up on the net that must have embarrassed the heck out of the poor kid.
So now she's disappeared?
Well, they haven't seen her since, last night.
You think she ran away because of the pictures?
Makes sense, Tim. And none of this goes out of the house, you hear me? Can you get that, Tim?
Yeah. Hi, can I help you? Is Trevor Dillon here?
Yeah. Hey, I know you.
Mildred Harmon.
Yeah.
When you were with the police, you investigated a break-in in my house. Years ago.
Yeah, what can I do you for?
Mr. Dillon, I want to hire you.
Sure. Go to my office, make an appointment.
I'm representing all the honest, hard-working people who send their kids to the youth center. We want to sue them. They don't check out the people they hire.
Look, this isn't exactly a good time. Why don't you go to the office, talk to my secretary...
Take a look at this. They've got that trash working with our babies. This Laura Kirk English is my son Joshua's counselor.
Yeah, thank you very much. Call my office, please. She's actually carrying this around in the street. Very nice, huh?
Oh, no.
You're not going to mess this up. I'll find someone who isn't biased. We'll shut down that center if we have to.
Go home, ignoramus!
I'm going to go upstairs and make sure Amanda didn't hear any of this.
All right, it's my fault, okay? I'm the reason Laura ran away.